Hey everyone, I'm Jeep Momma. Last fall, I took an off-road overland adventure across America and took 2 machetes, 2 personal knives, a camp kitchen from LT Wright Handcrafted Knives to test out. Now before this trip, a knife was just a knife for me. I never really understood the importance of a good quality knife until this trip. But these blades, these quality blades, changed my mind instantly. LT Wright handcrafted knives are a high quality, handcrafted by expert knife makers and made in the USA.
We do stand behind our products, lifetime warranty, and it is a replace, repair, refund period. And we want people to be happy, and we do stand behind them. You can call here anytime. We've had people accidentally put their knives in their sheath backward and cut their sheath, and my wife will take care of. Or we do what we call a spall treatment. If you've had it for a year and you just want to get it touched up, send it in, pay shipping. Most of the time we can clean them right up for you and get them back out.
That was LT Wright from LT Wright Handcrafted Knives. I got a chance to tour his knife shop at the beginning of that trip. And when they say handcrafted, they mean handcrafted, one at a time with personal care and attention to detail on each knife they craft. Check out the video of our tour, the link is in the description below, and you'll get a step-by-step process on how they make the handcrafted knives. The machete was our go-to tool. Every overnight camping spot, we put a lot of time on that machete during that month. We were chopping firewood and clearing trails every night, and the edges held up amazingly. My favorite is the camp kitchen, perfect for camping and in my kitchen at home. They feature Austrian-made AEB-L, a high-carbon stainless steel, the same steel as razor blades. AEB-L holds a very good edge with the carbon, allowing for ease of field sharpening and helps with rust prevention.
Is a paring knife. This is one of my favorite knives, most used style knife. These all have a burlap micarta style handle on them, and this is that fisheye that I was showing you earlier that kind of it's a stainless bolt with a brass nut. These are all stainless, so they're easily cleaned up. Just wiped them down.
And I loved all of his knives so much, I only use LT Wright knives camping and in my kitchen.
The next knife in the kit, let me get that out. I got my hand in the wrong place. Is the camp kitchen, is what we call the full-on camp kitchen. Okay, and that has the big chef-style knife. Then the next one, this is one of my wife's favorites, is the Traveler. It's a really nice size knife. It works quite well. And then the last knife is what we call our large powder, which is just a generally nice size using knife for kitchen work. So this kit, and again, you're going to find that one that you just like better than all the other ones, and you're going to want to use that particular knife. So the whole kit setup, our idea behind that was basically a vehicle-based camping thing to start. You're not going to backpack with this naturally, but when you get somewhere, a lot of us like to eat well, right? So when we get out there and we're cooking with our scottles or whatever we have going on, we wanted to have a good quality set of gear. So we talked to Blue Ridge Overland Gear, and they made us this bag, and this bag is a great bag. So basically what you have here is it'll close up and zip all the way shut, and you can see it does have some molly on it, so if you had some things you wanted to molly to us, smaller knives or even that. But they also have Velcro in multiple places to where you can put different things. Like on the inside, on my particular kit, I have a bag. We have salt, pepper, extra spork, some things like that, or some spices, and you have that in a couple places. So we set the bag up in such a way, when it's shut, the 2 small knives, we have an extra Kydex clip. So when you're wheeling, these knives don't fall out. Now this, they can't fall out because there's just not enough distance, but you can see on the 2 small ones, it gives you solid lock. So when you get where you're going, you kind of get those undone the way you want. But this bag will also, you can just take it and hang it when you want to and access your knives. You can see how they're just sitting there to get access to. A Bushcrafter. Okay, this is one of our oldest designs. It's basically a camp style knife. Now you can do field dressing, game, and different things. It was more set up for bushcraft or campcraft work, where you're doing, you know, again, making pot hooks or tent stakes, field dressing, game, cutting your camp meat. This is what's called a broomstick style handle. So it's very generous, comfortable, big. If you're in cold weather, you don't have to squeeze a little handle. If you're wearing a glove, you still have plenty of purchase on the knife. It comes with a drop dangler sheath. And the difference in that is that if you're out backpacking, or for me, like when I get in and out of the Jeep, this will just sit up and flip out of the way, just so that it's out of the way when you're driving. But also with a dangler, if you're wearing a backpack and your belly band goes across here, this is accessible down below that. And if you wanted to tuck it up high, you just drop the dangler and thread it directly onto your belt, and now you have a high ride hip sheath. And then this slot is called a fire steel loop, where you can drop your ferro rod in to help you start fires when you're at camp.
And I had this knife called the Camp Muck. Now, like I've told you before, I never really was comfortable using a knife. I never felt at ease, so I stayed away from them. But this knife felt so comfortable in my hand. There was just an ease to it. There is just an ease to it. I didn't feel awkward using it, like I was going to chop my fingers off like I had with other knives. So I really, really love this knife so much. I carry it with me everywhere I go.
So this is generally designed for game, but it still makes a great little camp knife. It's got a nice little belly to it, a nice hump in the front, and a generous handle. This is a very comfortable knife if you're using it for a little while, like if you're field dressing some game. And it's comfortable in multiple grips as you use it. And again, we use an 8-ounce double dyed leather, so it has a really nice sheath that comes with it, set up for hip carry.
So that's pretty much a knife if you do a lot of hunting.
Yes,
fishing,
absolutely. And just
cleaning fish.
general around camp. You know,
Okay.
you could do some light batoning, feather sticks, make tent stakes, pot hooks, you know, different things like that with it. You bet.
Don't forget to ring that bell, subscribe, like, and share.